Today is Mother's Day, and I just want to start by saying Happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers out there. The crafts that we're going to be making are just going to be gifts for you to show how special you are to us. So we're going to be making two different crafts today. The first one is going to be a pop-up Mother's Day card, and we're also going to make some paper flowers. So let's get started by going over some of the supplies that you'll need to make the crafts today. Also keep in mind, if you don't have any of these supplies, feel free to substitute something else that you think might work, and feel free to make the craft your own. To make the card, you're going to need about 3 full sheets of colored paper, one of those being a white sheet of paper, and some other pieces of smaller pieces of colored paper as well. Some markers to write your message inside the card. You're also going to need some scissors, a glue stick, a stapler, pencil, and then for the paper flowers, you're going to need another piece of colored paper, whichever color you'd like. I got a lot of red and pink, but feel free to use whatever color you'd like. I also have some pipe cleaners here and some beads. So let's get started by making the pop-up card. So take your full sheets of paper. Now 2 of these are going to be a heart shape inside of your card, and the other is going to be the actual card. So I'm going to take the pink one, set it aside. That's going to be my card, and I'm going to do a red heart with a white heart inside of it. So I'm going to start with the color, the white, that I want to be the smaller heart, and then fold that piece of paper inside, or in half. I'm then going to trace half of the heart on the folded edge, and I'm going to cut that out. Next, I'm going to fold the red sheet of paper in half. I'm going to place the smaller heart along the edge. I'm going to trace a heart that's just a little bit bigger than the white one. And then I'm going to cut that out. So you should have 2 hearts, one that's just a little bit bigger than the other. And so I'm going to start by gluing that white heart inside of the red heart. Next, I'm going to take 3 different colors of paper. You can do whatever colors you like. I'm going to cut out a square that's probably about 2.5 inches by 2.5 inches or something along that line. So I have 3 different colors, all about the same size. And I'm actually going to fold those in half. And now I'm going to draw half of a flower, basically a tulip. And I'm basically just going to draw the cup of the flower. Draw a V at the top, just like that. And now I'm going to cut that out. You should end up with 3 different flower petals. Now, if you want to make the flower fuller when it pops up, you can also repeat that and add more petals. And I'm actually going to do 2 more. So I'll take 2 more of those, or 2 more sheets. Cut out another square. So I'm going to trace those petals that I already cut out so I make sure that they're all the same size. And then I'm going to cut that out. So next what we're going to do is glue them together to kind of make an accordion. So they'll make a pop-up flower. So I'll start with these 2. And glue these 2 sides together. And I'm going to keep going until all the petals are glued together. When you're all done, you should be able to fold it in half, and those two sides should not be glued. Everything else should be glued, and it should basically pop up and also fold. So that's going to go inside of our card so that it can pop up with the rest of our card. All right. I'm going to go back to the heart, and now I'm going to make the stem of the flower. So I got some green paper here. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to fold it in half. And I'm going to glue it along the fold. I'm also going to make some leaves for my flower. Now glue those in. Next, I'm going to glue my flower in on top of the stem and put the fold, or the middle of it, in the middle of the card. We'll place that aside for now, and we're going to go to the other sheet that we want to be the card, and we're going to fold that in half. And then we can glue our heart in the middle of that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let that dry so that it stays where we want it to, and then when we fold it at the end, it should fold everything where it needs to be folded if it's a little off. And so we'll put that aside and we'll come back to that after to write our message. For our next craft, we're going to be making the paper flowers. So whatever color you want the flower petals to be, start with that piece of paper. And I'm going to make two. So I'm going to fold this paper in half. And I'm going to trace my hand, which is going to be the flower petals. And I'm going to cut that. So I have 2 hands, so I'll be able to make 2 flowers. The next step is actually to roll it into a cone. Now, if you have some strong glue, you can glue it, but I'm going to staple it. Next, what you're going to do is take a pencil and you're going to roll the fingers down around the pencil. And that's going to make your flower. So I'm going to do the same thing with the other one. Alright, so next we need to make the stem. And what I'm going to do is actually take a yellow pipe cleaner and then wrap it around a green pipe cleaner. I'm actually going to slide the green pipe cleaner into the bead. And I'm going to slide the green pipe cleaner through the flower. So now you have the stem. And then we're going to do that again for the second flower. So now I have my paper flowers. We can go back to the card to finish that up. So I'm going to write my own message in here. You can write whatever you like. I'm just going to write Happy Mother's Day. I'm just going to draw a heart here as well. Now you can continue to decorate it however you like, but basically you now have a pop-up card for your mother to give to your mother on Mother's Day, and then you have some paper flowers also. So that's all for our craft today. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope your mothers enjoy receiving that. Have a happy Mother's Day.